Hollywood's golden image has always dazzled the world with fame, money, and beauty. But behind that sparkling curtain, many stars were living lives haunted by addiction and pain. The story of Hollywood's worst alcoholics is not about judgment, but about how success, pressure, and loneliness can destroy even the strongest talents. Take Richard Burton, for example, one of the most magnetic actors ever to grace the screen. He had the looks, the voice, and the presence of a legend, but his battle with the bottle became his greatest enemy. He was often seen with a drink in hand, sometimes starting before breakfast, and his performances, though brilliant, were often clouded by his dependence. He drank so much that directors struggled to keep him steady on set. Even Elizabeth Taylor, his great love, couldn't save him from himself. His once sharp mind dulled, and his health broke down, showing how fame and self-destruction can live side by side. Barbara Payton's story is even more tragic. She entered Hollywood as a dazzling blonde beauty with every door open before her, but her love for alcohol and chaotic lifestyle led her into a downward spiral that the studios quickly turned their backs on. Once admired by millions, she became tabloid fodder, arrested multiple times, and eventually left destitute and alone. The woman who had once been a symbol of glamour died at just 39, her life a harsh reminder of how fast Hollywood can lift someone up, and how much faster it can let them fall. Then there's Mel Gibson, a name once synonymous with box office success and rugged charm. His alcoholism didn't just hurt him, it nearly destroyed his entire legacy. From his DUI arrest to his explosive public outbursts, Gibson's drunken moments became worldwide headlines. Behind the rage and controversy was a man fighting inner demons. He admitted in later years that his drinking had been out of control, nearly killing him. For someone who seemed unshakable on screen, his struggle showed that even the toughest men can crumble when addiction takes over. Carrie Fisher's story is both heartbreaking and inspiring. Known forever as Princess Leia, she lived with constant pressure from fame, mental illness, and addiction. Alcohol became a way to silence her racing thoughts, but it only deepened her pain. Unlike many others, she faced her battles publicly, writing and speaking about them with humor and honesty. Her openness made her a voice for millions of people who felt invisible in their struggles. She turned her pain into art, proving that even broken stars can shine again. And then there's Drew Barrymore, whose story began before she was even old enough to drive. Born into a famous family and thrust into fame as a child in E.T., she found herself surrounded by adults who partied harder than they parented. By the time she was 13, she was drinking heavily, and by 14, she was in rehab. Hollywood nearly chewed her up and spat her out, but unlike so many others, she managed to rise from the ashes. She rebuilt her career, became a producer and talk show host, and used her story to inspire others to seek recovery. These stars lived lives that looked perfect on the surface. Expensive clothes, glittering awards, adoring fans, yet inside, they were collapsing. Their stories show that alcohol doesn't care about fame, money, or talent. It can take everything if it's not confronted. Behind every perfect smile in Hollywood, there might be a soul fighting for survival. The lesson from their lives isn't about shame. It's about awareness. Addiction can touch anyone, and even the brightest lights can fade when the bottle becomes the best friend they can't let go of.